Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's video, we are going to be talking about My Hero Academia Quest, also known as the My Hero Academia, or My Knight Academia UA Quest, and many other names. And this is going to be the second episode of Alternate Universe What If. So, this is an actual confirmed universe that was made by Kohi Horikoshi, as well as Onri Yoshi, and a bit of the actual creators of the anime. Each of them has their own steps that actually lead to this, with lots of different changes between them. First off, Kohi Horikoshi started off by making an artwork in season 3, or not, no wait, was it season 3? Or, well, near the end of, or somewhere in volume 14. This artwork was specifically to say that they have now ranked the characters twice. This is the second character ranking, as who are the favorite characters of all of them. During this thing, he drew this artwork that you can actually find in the volume 14, but it will not have color. He then goes on, meanwhile, the creators of the anime take that artwork and make it into an ED that, well, let's just be honest, it brings a lot of joy to a lot of people, because that ED, holy crap, it is top tier. But basically, that ED continues the story and shows off the story, while the other characters are pretty much not really thought about by Kohi. It is basically that he wants to, at some point, well, connect the characters into some form of fantasy universe. No matter what version of the story it could be, it honestly is a lot of fun. This universe takes the aspects that are already in My Hero Academia and works with them, taking certain aspects such as Todoroki hating his father, Midoriya being All Might's successor, and so on and so forth, and lots of little things like that, to basically form it into a new universe that, while it has the characters, it's not necessarily the same thing. Onri Yoshi decided to take this whole concept and work it into a story. And honestly, this is what I'm actually going to say is the version that will be the start of the actual making of it. Honestly, I don't think that Horikoshi actually intends to make it into a manga until he has completed My Hero Academia. Mostly to actually keep. He might be working on it like off and on and off, but primarily he is just letting it sit in the back of his mind to basically culminate and maybe make it into something more interesting. Meanwhile, Onri Yoshi is taking the story that has been presented to him and is working it into a cohesive story. However, this story is a bit odd. The simple fact of the matter is that the story in School Briefs that for UA Quest is odd, And clearly a young DM, like a brand new DM who doesn't quite know how to, well, tell a story, is the one who seems to be creating this. And that's honestly kind of surprising. Basically, calling um, the area around it that this whole thing takes place in somewhere. And yes, that is actually its name. It's just not spelled the same way. And the money is called somethings. So you get where I'm going. Honestly, it looks like if this were to actually be made into a full length series of any kind, it would be reworked a lot. Basically, reworking the currency, choosing a different currency to actually make it fit. Um, Reworking the names of places, maybe changing up what the characters look like a bit more than they already do. Um, the artwork, we see a lot of cool things, but it's important to realize that Jiro still has her earphone jacks, and Kirishima, he doesn't quite look like a human dragon hybrid like he is in the story. These little things feel like they need to be reworked a bit, and that is quite simply just a simple fact. As the story continues, it will honestly get better, and it's cool to actually get to hear it. Is it the best thing that has ever been made? No, not by a long shot. But it does expand on the story. Honestly, a good amount of what this could be is maybe eventually it's revealed that this whole thing was a Dungeons and Dragons type thing where, I don't know, maybe Frel, I don't know. Maybe one of their classmates decided to put together Deku, Uraraka, and Ida Todoroki. They were the first ones to start playing it. Later down the line, um, Bakugo joined, which as well as Kirishima. But the thing is, I don't really know for sure what exactly is going to be happening there. Um, because plain and simple, Bakugo is a lot nicer in this universe. So that leads me to think that what this could be is that um, Bakugo and Kirishima have chilled out a bit. This is probably, if this is a actual Dungeons and Dragons universe, this is taking place in years, or not necessarily years, but a long way into the future, um, after everyone knows about Deku's secret. There's a lot to it, and I don't really know exactly what the story will go with. But honestly, I would love to see this actually be made into a full length manga or a full length anime. Like I said, the only problem with the story right now is that it feels rushed. I to put it simply, UA Quest, the actual bonus chapter, it feels like it's just rushing to basically get to where a normal uh, anime would usually put its first season. That's where it seems to end. So honestly, I would probably be breaking it down more, making it have more space. Maybe have certain characters be introduced, but take more time with it. I would honestly not even bring Ida and Ochako into the story until the second or maybe third episode, with maybe like a few episodes, maybe up to 5 episodes, just focusing on them. Obviously, you would have to start rushing things, but considering how much is actually going on, it would not surprise me. There is a lot that goes on in this series, and honestly, I'm excited to see how it will actually continue to work out. If Onryo Yoshi is going to continue the bonus UA Quest series at the end of school briefs as basically a way to fill in the gaps so that so that the light novels don't feel as short as they're going to, then that would honestly be a good thing, and I think that people will actually start to enjoy it a bit more. Um, but for now, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. Maybe Kohi will actually make it into an actual official manga, or he'll ask somebody else to do it as basically a good way to continue the series without necessarily changing everything. But anyways, guys, let me know down in the comments below what you think is going to be happening with UA Quest. Of course, if you have your own theories about My Hero Academia, Miraculous, or anything else I talk about on this channel, definitely leave them down in the comments below as well using the hashtag theory review. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!